What's up, guys? Welcome back to All About Things. Did you guys enjoy the last episode about rainforest? I sure did. Today, we are going to be traveling through space. We will talk about each planet of the solar system. But what are planets exactly? What makes them called planets? There are 3 requirements that a planet must pass to be considered a planet. 1. A planet must orbit around the sun. 2. It must be massive enough for its own gravity to make it round, so its shape must be round. And 3, it must be cleared of its neighboring of smaller objects, which means the planet must be big enough compared to its neighboring in their orbit. Makes me wonder, how far does space stretch out? Does it go on for infinity? Come on, let's make our first stop to the planet Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet of the solar system and closest to the sun. Though Mercury is not the hottest planet, even though it sits closest to the sun. The winner for that title is Venus. Mercury likes to keep things simple. It has a solid surface with craters, with no atmosphere or moons. A year goes by quickly on this planet. It completes 1 full rotation around the sun in just about 88 Earth days. If you lived on Mercury, you would have a birthday every 3 months. Because Mercury has a slow spin and a short year, it takes a long time for the sun to rise and set there. Mercury only has 1 sunrise every 180 Earth days. Wow, imagine that! Mercury can also be seen with the naked eye. Scientists think that there is ice inside of Mercury's craters, and inside the planet of Mercury is an iron core. Only 2 spacecraft have ever visited Mercury, and one of them is still believed to be orbiting around the sun. Alright guys, next stop is Venus. Venus is the hottest planet out there, and Venus is also very active. It is known to have mountains and volcanoes on it. Its size is similar to Earth, but Earth is just a bit bigger than Venus. Venus is one of the only planets that spins the opposite direction of Earth, though Venus is hidden with layers of clouds that are made up of sulfuric acid. This type of acid could also be found in batteries. Venus is also the 2nd brightest natural object in the sky, so grab your sunglasses before you take a glance at it. And if you stayed on Venus for 1 day, it would feel like a whole year. Let's get ready, because we are visiting our beloved planet Earth. Earth is so very special because it is an ocean planet and the only planet taken over by living things. Earth is the 5th largest planet, and the name Earth is 1,000 years old. Unlike other planets that are named after Greek and Roman gods, Earth is Germanic and simply means the ground. As you know, a day on Earth lasts 24 hours and 365 days for a year to pass. Earth is a rocky planet with different surfaces like mountains, canyons, and plains. Earth has no rings and only 1 moon. Also, our atmosphere protects us from incoming meteoroids, which most of it breaks up before reaching the surface of Earth. Ready for our next stop? It is time to visit Mars. Mars is sometimes called the red planet because of the brownish red color of its surface. Mars was once believed to be home of intelligent life, suggested by an Italian astronomer. This theory was discovered by finding grooves and lines on the surface of Mars that were not naturally made. However, these were later shown to be an optical illusion. Also, the tallest known mountain in the solar system is on planet Mars, along with extinct volcanoes. Mars also experiences huge dust storms that can last for many months. Mars is also the only planet where we have sent land rovers to explore, because we are quite fascinated by its structure. Mars' surface cannot support life as we know it, but missions to explore this planet gives us insight on past and future potentials for life. Off to the next planet, Jupiter. Jupiter is by far the largest planet of the solar system. If Earth was the size of a grape, Jupiter would be the size of a basketball. You can see stripes and swirls on Jupiter's surface, which is actually cold, windy clouds made up of ammonia and water. You can also see a big red spot known as the Great Red Spot. It is a giant storm that is 2 times bigger than Earth and has been raging on for hundreds of years. Jupiter takes 12 Earth years to complete one orbit around the Sun. It is known to have more than 75 moons. Jupiter is also known as a gas giant and doesn't have a solid surface, but it may have a solid inner core. Our next stop is Saturn. Saturn is known for its 7 beautiful ringlets. Like its fellow neighbor Jupiter, Saturn is also a gas giant. Saturn is a colossal planet. 9 Earths side by side would almost be the size of Saturn. And that's not including its rings. Wow, that's humongous. And its rings are made up of ice crystals and rocks. Saturn takes 29 Earth years to orbit around the Sun, and few missions have visited it. Just 2 more planets to go. Next stop, Uranus. Uranus is known as an ice giant with a blue color to it. It is mostly made up of flowing icy material above a small solid core. Uranus is unique because it rotates on its side, and because of this, Uranus sees 42 years of direct sunlight, followed by 42 years of darkness. It takes about 84 Earth years to complete an orbit around the Sun, and Uranus also has faint rings. The inner rings are narrow and dark, while the outer rings are brightly colored and easy to see. These rings are known to be made up of moons that were shattered by high-speed impacts, such as a comet or asteroid. Uranus has 27 known moons and has only been visited once by Voyager 2. I hope Uranus isn't feeling too lonely. Okay, our last but not least stop is Neptune. Dark, cold, and whipped with supersonic winds, Neptune is the last of our known planets in the solar system. Neptune has such a long journey around the Sun that it takes 165 Earth years to orbit just once. Neptune is also blue in color and has 14 known moons, which are named after sea gods and nymphs in Greek mythology. Neptune also has a storm similar to the Great Red Spot on Jupiter, called Small Dark Spot. This storm is the same size as Earth's moon and was short-lived, only lasting 4 years. Yeah, just 4. One last thought. Have you heard about the planet Pluto? Well, it is no longer considered a planet anymore. But why is this? Remember the 3 requirements to be considered a planet? Well, Pluto has been downgraded to a dwarf planet because it did not meet the requirements of being a full-sized planet. The exact reason why Pluto is no longer considered a planet is because it has not cleared its neighboring lands of other objects. So sad to see you go, Pluto. You are truly missed as a planet. Did you learn something new today about the planets of the solar system? Lots of things to think about. That is all I have for you today on All About Things. See you guys next time. Bye!